Get ready for Rugby Fever, where young talents from all over come to showcase their skills in the ultimate school showdown. Meet the future field heroes of rugby. Experience the thrill of every try time. Feel the power of epic tackles. Chase the school glory with every match. Cheer for your school. Get ready to watch epic rugby battle and witness the rise of future champs. The excitement is contagious. Catch the action here. Welcome to the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, where legends begin.
A very good afternoon and welcome to Mount Lavinia as we bring you live action from the big club grounds as two Saints go into battle today as well. St. Anthony's the visitors here all the way from Kattukastota to Mount Lavinia. It's a long trip, but they will be hoping to go back on a joyful bus ride back home as they take on St. Thomas's, the underdogs, even though they're at home in this match for the Father Rosati Trophy. It's going to be an incredible battle, I'm sure, because St. Thomas's are with their backs to the wall after that win that Trinity had in the Canon RS Serum Shield. So they will be wanting to make sure that the second trophy does not go a-begging. The Thomian lads who are playing for their place also in the top four of this Group 1A that they are taking part in. We are bringing you action from the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024 as we look out over these picturesque big club grounds with, of course, the turf square in the middle, which will be a tester for both teams. I don't think St. Thomas's play as much rugby here as they would like either. And for St. Anthony's, who will be visiting, it will be a tester as well. A man who was in the commentary box with me last week as well, Mr. S.W. Chang, joins us in the commentary box today. And it's going to be a great game, Changa. Here's the weather. The weather is not as hot as it was maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it should be ideal conditions for running rugby.
Hi everybody, good evening. Both sides had a bad outing the previous week, but nevertheless they'll be all out to prove themselves, to get one step ahead and get a big W. And looking at the breeze right across the ground, fantastic ground, I must tell you, absolutely fantastic. And I don't think they should shift it anywhere else. The pitch has been done and it's all taken care of, but only there might be a small slide on the slippery part of it, but I'm sure over the years all players will get used to it.
These the Antonians warming up, as SW said. Both teams looking for a win, looking for their maiden win. Both teams going down to their opposition last week, and that should fuel them for sure. As we look at the halves combination for the Antonians, getting their acts together, getting the warm-ups done, getting their individual skills done. And that's good to see because St. Thomas's were quite late onto the field, SW. And one thing that most teams don't do in this area of the world and in this part of, or in this age group of rugby is that individual players don't get out and do their skills early enough. They get together for their team warm-up, but that's well after most of the other teams have started warming up as well. So that's something that's interesting to look out for. And here's the kickers from St. Anthony's also making sure that they get a bit of an understanding of the wind and how the wind is blowing on this ground. As you look on your screen, it's coming from the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and going to the top right-hand corner of your screen. So it's a strong crosswind, which is very, very difficult. Luckily, something that you and I never had to worry about, SW, but fullbacks and fly halves will have a big problem with this.
That's right. That's very much the reason, quite conveniently, shift positions to come and play as a forward.
Here's highlights from the first week of action. St. Joseph's versus Vidyartha was the first game, and that was a superb match that we saw. Vidyartha pulling out some real stops from that. And the match after that, Isipatane in a convincing win against Sri Sumangala. Here's DS taking on Dharmaraja, and they managed to win that one as well fairly comfortably in the end, Thiven Pereira. And here's the Canon RS Serum Trophy, Venuka Vikramasuriya in a despairing chase, and Shan Altaf in exemplary performance. Here's St. Peter's taking on Thurston, and this was the blockbuster of a match, 112 points on the board for St. Peter's, and Royal also very convincing win over Kingswood. That's one of the 65, or that's 5 of the 65 points, I should say, that they put on the board against this Kingswood team. So the early favorites really showing their hand. Zahira taking on Wesley. That was a convincing win. Well, not a convincing win, but a good enough win for Wesley as well. Here the Thomians were back to live action now, doing their warm-ups, and warm-ups have changed from your time, haven't they, SW?
Oh, absolutely, they have changed so much, Shanaka, because I was at the Royal Stadium this morning playing some basketball indoor, and then I saw one school team training. Absolute training, as you see the results of the last week, 27-22 to Vidyartha, 50 points to 3 to Isipatana against Sumangala. Science getting the better of Anthony, 27-14. DS getting the better of Dharmaraja, 44-12. Trinity getting the better of St. Thomas's, 31-8. And St. Peter's, the Centurions, getting 112 against Thurston. And Royal, 60 points to 5 against Kingswood. And Zahira pipping Wesley, 21-14.
My apology, it was in fact Zahira that beat Wesley 21 points to 14 in that first week's game. Here are the points tables as they stand after just one round of games. We have Isipatana on top in this Division 1 Segment A grouping, and Isipatana putting on that 50-point showing. DS Sananayak also against today's opposition St. Anthony's, 44 points on the board. Trinity also against today's opposition St. Thomas's, they went up 31 points to 8. And Science St. Anthony's in the middle, St. Thomas's, Dharmaraja and Sri Sumangala are the teams that haven't registered a win from week 1. So both teams today, St. Anthony's and St. Thomas's, at 5 and 6 on the table at the moment. Both of them will be desperate for a win. They know how important this particular game is for their individual campaigns, SW. Here's the other side of the draw, as it were. Division 1, Segment 2. And St. Peter's and Royal were the outright winners in that round of games. We had 112 points for St. Peter's and 60 points for Royal. They're well out in front there. Wesley, even though they went down to Zahira, looking... Well, no, they've been registered a win there, so I don't know where the error was earlier. But Wesley have been given that win, and I think that's the correct stat. Wesley in number 3 position. Vidyartha also with a really good win against St. Joseph's. Looking like one of the teams that will create a few upsets this season. St. Joseph's, Zahira, Kingswood and Thurston still to win a game, but they will be looking to put that right in this weekend's games. Lots of matches on today, of course. Yesterday was a Poya day, which means that all the matches that were scheduled for the Friday have been shifted to Saturday as well. So lots of rugby action on thepapare.com and on Dialog TV for you this afternoon. But we're here looking at the Rosati Trophy, Father Rosati Trophy between St. Anthony's and St. Thomas's, which will take place at the Big Club grounds at Mount Lavinia. Here are the Antonians warming up, and that's just in front of our commentary position here, being put through their paces by Coach Achala Pereira, who's having a watchful eye over them. And we saw Omarka Gunaratna in the background with the Stomian team, and we'll come back with a lot more action and live action from this Father Rosati Trophy as we bring you the commercial break. Come back in a few moments.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon
Chilven lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 accounts from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
අප්පා හරියට waterproof කරේ නැත්නම් ටයිල් වල සල්ලි ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ගිය සල්ලි සේරම වතුරේ.
ඉහළ ටෙන්සයිල් ඇඩිෂන් සහ ක්‍රැක් බ්‍රිජින් හැකියාව සමගින් ඔබේ නිවාස සියලු ජලකාන්දු වලින් ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂී 2K waterproofer ජලකාන්දුවට තිත.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold Hair and Body Wash Shaker.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Gold Hair and Body Wash Shaker.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න. beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න. හදවත වහවලා යන්න ගින්නර fashion කරන්න. fun තුරන්න කොතුමි kick එක වෙන්න. Prima කොතුමි fun තමයි.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසගේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chilven lemon.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ටයිල් නන්නියමට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවල?
ඕනෑම මතු පිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකින් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
A very good evening and welcome back to live coverage on ThePapare.com and Dialog TV of this Father Rosati Trophy encounter between St. Anthony's visitors and St. Thomas was hosting at their big club grounds. And it's going to be a very interesting match for both teams as they're looking for their first win of the season. You all know how important that is. And this week we have Yahan Bulatsingalage taking his rightful place just ahead of his brother in that number 10 jersey. The third-year colorsman and the captain will be a welcome return for St. Thomas's after he was ruled out with a hamstring injury last week against Trinity, which was a huge setback for the team. Let's have a look at who else is playing today. And we have Kingswood taking on St. Peter's, St. Thomas's against St. Anthony's. That's today's game. DS taking on Trinity. That's going to be a cracker of a match, I'm sure. Zahira taking on St. Joseph's, and St. Joseph's will be looking to come away with a victory there. But Zahira will be having other plans for sure. Thurston taking on Wesley. Wesley will be the favourites. Dharmaraja taking on Sri Sumangala. That's a bottom of the table clash at the moment. And Dharmaraja will be looking for a win for sure. Science take on Isipathana. That one is going to be no love lost there, SW. And Vidyartha taking on Royal. I'm really interested to see how that game comes along because those Vidyartha backs look very much like they are going to be something to look forward to. That one is going to be up in Nithavala as well. And we have the top try scorers for the league so far. And in that 112 rout that St. Peter's had last week, Vishankar Silva scored 5 tries. Isipathana also easy winners against Sri Sumangala. So Shakib Zumri, unsurprisingly, with 3 tries. Ravindu Velagadara for St. Anthony's will be looking to add to his performance of a brace. Kavisha Dilhara and Shahid Zumri looking also to add to their try tally with 2 tries apiece from last week's game. So that's just one game under their belt, and Vishankar Selva will take some catching if he is going to be scoring tries at this rate. But Ravindu Velagadara, man to watch out for, that much is for sure, and he will be on show today as well. So that's going to be an interesting one but to see who is marking him from the Thomian point of view. And he's playing on the in the number 12 jersey today. So that'll be an interesting battle with the Thomians. We have Haliagoda in that position and of course Liana Gunavardhana in the midfield, and they'll be looking to mark the boy who will be the main threat from St. Anthony's. So the junior games also, St. Anthony's ending up winners, and they will be hoping that they can take that into the senior game as well as we watch out for the warm-ups. The clouds are coming over SW and the breeze has picked up just a little bit as well. Some dark clouds coming over those coconut trees as we look at our screen, and that should be an interesting little additional layer to this game if the rains do come down. We have our top point scorers, and those two leaderboards look very similar because we haven't had the kickers getting in on the action too much except Shan Altaf in 4th place, who did have a few points off his boot in Pallakele last week, and of course Shehanda Umagiliage, who had some points off his boot as well. But apart from that, it's a try scorer Shakib Zumri, Shahid Zumri and Vishankar Silva who have 15, 20 and 25 points already. But look for the kickers to come through as the season progresses. Just looking at the possibility of rain, and both sides look like they're pretty heavy in the forwards. This ground, especially with that square, might be a difficult one, especially for this inexperienced St. Anthony's team in these particular conditions if the rains do come down. But for this game, we all hope that the heavens will not open. So you look out over that spanking new electronic scoreboard at St. Thomas's. Yeah, the Antonians looking to bounce back from their defeat last week. And Yahan Bulatsingalage, with his first run-on start of the season, will be back with live action after the commercial break.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, 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 and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, 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 and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
That cliche is lonely at the top.
Yes, I know.
Tell us what really happened.
Over time, this job became my definition. If I quit, I don't know who I'd be. The crime wave isn't caused by this influx.
All these people, there's got to be something.
The current system is a revolving door for criminals. That's the truth.
You operate like I work for you.
All in a day's work.
Blue Bloods. New season. On AXN.
on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Scrub it up, rock it up, roll it up, work it up, champions lifting up, dialogue rugby fever, yeah. Throw it up, kick it up, jump it up, push it up, step it up, work it up. Dialog rugby go all the way.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
A very good evening and welcome back to live pictures from the big club ground at St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, as an Antonian flag is lifted high before the game. Will it be lifted high after the game as well? We have 70 minutes in between us to answer that question. And the Antonians running out as visitors, looking for their first win of the season. The home team will be running out in just a few moments, looking for their first win of the season as well. And whoever gets that first win of the season will also walk home with the Father Angelo Rosati trophy. And that's going to be a big feather in the cap of both these teams, who will want their first trophy under their belt after losing in the first round of this Dialog Schools rugby season 2024. It's a long weekend, so a few of the fans perhaps elsewhere and joining us on thepapare.com or on Dialog Television. And the grandstand is not as packed to the rafters as it usually is, but certainly all the clergymen who are gathered here from these two very Christian colleges will definitely be cheering their boys on. SW, some famous sons from St. Anthony's. The most famous of those possibly Priyantha Ekanayaka, who was our national captain for many, many years. And of course, towards the latter part, guys like Samuel Madhuantha, who are still to make a real mark in Sri Lankan rugby. As we await the festivities or the formal proceedings. The chief gets to be introduced to the teams, and Oshan Gunaratna, the captain of St. Anthony's today, is being marched to the opposite end of his team lineup, and he will be introducing his team to the two heads of schools and the chief guest today.
Shanaka, interestingly, you mentioned some of the names, and then today the Antonian team skipper is the son of famous Priyantha Gunaratna, referee, and also Trinity's under-16 coach.
Of course, not forgetting Lasantha Vijayasuriya, who was an outstanding centre three-quarter for Kandy and Sri Lanka. Brilliant player he was, also donning the Antonian jersey. And one of our foremost rugby educators, SW, who was a crack flanker. You will remember him, of course, well before my time. But Nihal Vaipa Gunaratna, who is a fixture in the education of Sri Lankan rugby, much respected coach and of course player. Anthony is contributing immensely to the rugby firmament of Sri Lanka. Some of these players will definitely want to emulate them. And in that number 10 jersey, Yahan Bulat Singalage, who will be very relieved to have been given the go-ahead by the medical team after he tore his hamstring. SW is absolutely distraught up in Pallekele that he couldn't play. I hope he hasn't rushed back too soon, but the good news is that he's starting, and his brother will be on the bench, who had a very good outing against Trinity last week, who was in the number 10 jersey, so just 17 years old. the younger Bulat Singalage. As the breeze really picks up, and it's odds on now for the rain to come down.
The breeze is so severe, the boards are flying, and you could see even the cameraman is finding it difficult to focus the camera on. I think Ravindra Alexandra will be handling the game. He will be the referee.
Here are the teams. St. Anthony's the visitors from Mohammad Farah Sisra Gallange, Sasindu Senaratna, Rakesh Pille, Damian Prabhat, Tarusha Karunanayaka, Akesh Sampath and Ravindu Gregory, the number 8. And we have Oshan Gunaratna, the captain, Omita Disanayaka, Johan Gunavardhana, Ravindu Velagedra, Randir Pereira, Deshan Lianage and Kalpa Lakmina. So quite a few players absent from that team that won this particular fixture last year, 2023. And they will be hoping that they can get some experience on this as well. And replacements: Ekanayaka, Vijay Sundara, Pereira, Kiniston, Hansaja, Lianage, Adhikari, Kodikara, Shimak and Fonseca. So 10 replacements allowed SW in this schools league. And can you talk us a little bit through the thinking on that?
Yeah, I'm sure because of the maybe giving the opportunity for players, because you can have tactical replacements, substitutions, and also the front row 6 must be nominated. It's all related to safety matters. I think that's the main thing. As we see the Antonians, we need to watch Ravindu Velagadara, as we discussed, number 12, the leading try scorer. But it's all in all, I think it's a fantastic tournament.
Yes, it has panned out so well, but we've just got 1 week under our belts, and the anticipation is really palpable among the fans, and not just the fans of one school but fans of all the schools. They are really looking forward to watching not just their own team play but watching all the schools. I think Vidyartha has peaked the interest. Trinity have come through and they won quite handsomely against Trinity, against St. Thomas's last week. So a lot of teams have shown that they have the potential to challenge both St. Peter's and Royal. Here's St. Thomas's, the home team. Sitil Pereira, Ayan Pereira returns to the number 2 jersey in place of Hamid. Kavish Alenagala, Jehan Maningasuri and Akesh Fernando form the second row combination. Tiesha Alavihara makes his start at number 6, Reshen Dwight at number 7 and Heran Karunaratna in the number 8 jersey. Plenty of running last week, but he'll want to make a few more yards today. Venika Brutkamasuriya was one of the better performances for the Thomians last weekend, and Ihan Bulat Singalage, let's see what he does today when he returns to the action after a layoff due to injury. Mayank Dias will be on the left wing. Senesh Kalyana Gunavardhana had a superb game up in Kandy, and Udan Bulat Singalage makes his return to the number 13 jersey, which is vacated by Vanigasuriya, and Jahan Jayasinghe will come in to number 14, and Akit Kure will man the last line of defence. The replacements for St. Thomas's: Bopeharachi Gunaratna, Ranjit Singh, Udugama, Vijay Singh, Vanigasuriya, Hamid, Mendis, Kasturiarachi and Ahaliagoda. Look for Ahaliagoda also to come off the bench a little bit early on in the game. So interesting tactical change, SW. Bulat Singalage, the two brothers at 10 and 13, and Udan showed promise in that 10 jersey, but it's very interesting to see that he's been moved to 13, which is a very, very difficult position to play, as the rains have already started pelting down here at St. Thomas's.
With the rains coming down, I think it's be a more forwards game. It should be closely kept, jealously guarded position, because you tend to get the slippery ball coming through to your hands, and hopefully they will control that ball and not have much of an accounts. Coming back to Udan Bulat Singalage, I was actually quite sad to not thought he was not be playing today, because he had a very good outing against Trinity. I thought they should keep him at number 10 and hide the skipper somewhere, because the skipper has got experience playing on as number 15, and maybe Akit Kure, I don't know, maybe on the wing. Those are just thinking patterns. But I saw the management staff will know exactly what they're doing.
Well, I can tell you one thing about Ihan Bulat Singalage. He's not one to be hidden, SW, and if the coach even suggested that, he would have been absolutely not. I'm playing 10 and that's where I belong, and Ravin Alexander will have a difficult afternoon for sure, because nobody really appreciates it, SW, but a tough game for the referees when the weather falls down. More than the players, it is tough for the referees. He'll be assisted by Gihan Kavinda and Pradeep Indika as well on as his assistants. So this ground is difficult enough for visitors to play on when the conditions are good, but when the conditions are in this kind of weather, I think it's going to be difficult, not just for the visitors but for the hosts as well. Well, it is pelting down, but hopefully it will be a passing shower. The breeze is pretty strong, which hopefully should move the clouds on. But unfortunately, this has been the time that the rains have been coming down in Colombo. It's been much dry in Kandy, and that's not something we say. Come down to a much lower vantage point, so you'll have to excuse some of the pictures until maybe this rain dries up and they can set their cameras back up on the gantries, the higher gantries, but the higher gantries are taking an absolute smashing at the moment, and it's certainly not safe for the cameramen, certainly not for the cameras for sure. And we wait for Omita Disanayaka to get play underway. You'll have to excuse us. The picture, tropical shower. It's not a thunderstorm yet. Just for the moment, we'll come back with pictures as soon as we can. But please bear with us.
Don't go away. The action's just begun.
That cliche is lonely at the top.
Yes, I know.
Tell us what really happened.
Over time, this job became my definition. If I quit, I don't know who I'd be. The crime wave isn't caused by this influx.
All these people, there's got to be something.
The current system is a revolving
Live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
I'm trying to find the guy who tried to kill me and my team.
Forrester on the inside.
You think you would walk out of here alive?
It's one of the most dangerous prisons in the world. Did you just drag my team into a black op?
We can go undercover and complete the deal.
You could be walking right into a trap.
I may have a problem. Just remember who you're dealing with. Pure evil.
FBI International, new season. Only on AXN.
Let's get into it.
This is Hits Now, where talents are discovered and superstars are born.
I'm very proud to have you on my team.
Where you can solve crimes and fight fires.
Must be nice.
Laugh with the family and many others. Play games and prove you're better. All the latest hits, all the time, all in one place.
So starstruck right now.
Hits Now, the best of US TV.
It's time.
It doesn't get any better than this.
The enemy usurped my throne.
We're going to King's Landing.
This senseless war must end. Shall now us prevail.
Not like this.
House of the Dragon Season 2. This season on MasterChef Junior, we open the doors to 12 new young home cooks. Welcome, guys!
This is a dream.
And one new judge.
Who?
My daughter, Tilly Ramsey! Come on, guys! It's a season full of magic. But only one home cook will take home the title and $100,000.
Is everybody ready? Catch the all-new MasterChef USA Junior Season 9, only on Hits Now.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක, කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත, සැමදා මතකෙන් නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය. අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට.
දැන් රිදී TV නාලිකාව වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගෙදර ඉදිරිපත් කරන බයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන. ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටයේ රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට ඩයලොග් TV නාලිකා අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාවකම සවස 5:30ට බයිස්කෝප් කතා.
That cliche is lonely at the top.
Yes, I know.
Tell us what really happened.
Over time, this job became my definition. If I quit, I don't know who I'd be. The crime wave isn't caused by this influx.
All these people, there's got to be something.
The current system is a revolving door for criminals. That's the truth.
You operate like I work for you.
All in a day's work.
Blue Bloods, new season. On AXN.
Live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Scrub it up, rock it up, roll it up, work it up, champions lifting up, Dialog Rugby fever, yeah, throw it up, kick it up.
ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
I'm trying to find the guy who tried to kill me and my team.
Forrester on the inside.
You think you would walk out of your life?
It's one of the most dangerous prisons in the world. Did you just drag my team into a black op?
We can go undercover and complete the deal.
You could be walking right into a trap.
We have a problem. Just remember who you're dealing with. Pure evil.
FBI International, new season. Only on AXN.
It doesn't get any better than this.
The enemy usurped my throne.
We're going to King's Landing.
This senseless war must end. Shall now us prevail.
Not like this.
House of the Dragon Season 2. This season on MasterChef Junior, we open the doors to 12 new young home cooks. Welcome, guys!
This is a dream.
And one new judge.
Who?
My daughter, Tilly Ramsey! Come on, guys! It's a season full of magic. But only one home cook will take home the title and $100,000.
The suspense is real.
Is everybody ready?
Catch the all-new MasterChef USA Junior Season 9, only on Hits Now.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත සැමදා මතකෙන් නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට
දැන් රිදී TV නාලිකාව වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගෙදර ඉදිරිපත් කරන වයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටයේ රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට ඩයලොග් TV නාලිකා අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාකම සවස 5:30ට වයිස්කෝප් කතා.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Good evening and welcome back to live coverage of this trophy game between St. Anthony's and St. Thomas's. St. Thomas's in that break where we lost coverage with you. Our profoundest apologies for that. 14 points to nil, St. Thomas's up. scoring 2 close-range tries, one from a driving maul and one off a penalty for some ill-discipline inside their own 22 from St. Anthony's, who have looked to bounce back and will certainly be aided by a couple of knock-ons from St. Thomas's. Dancing through is Kalpa Lavinia just after Komisaka doing something, and it looks like Gunarat has spotted the of the 3 and back 3 in fielding these conditions, and he's going to be a more game. Before St. Anthony's have responded, it doesn't look like it's too much of a battle for them. SW, if they manage to stay right off the pitch.
Just when we were off air, that the Thomians definitely dictated terms in those that period of the TV blackout, and that's because of the wind and the condition of weather condition. The rains came down so hard, but nevertheless they got 14 points on the board for all the hard work they've done.
Well, our camera crew have been working pretty hard as well to get pictures back up to you as soon as possible. It was a short, sharp shower, but it absolutely devastated the camera position as we see Lavinia just trying to get the ball away to his outside runners, but the handling just letting them down. The ball is like a bar of soap at the moment, and you have to wonder about the wisdom of trying to attack from first phase and trying to put the ball through the hands. It's obviously something that they've trained, but in these conditions you absolutely have to come a little bit narrower and make sure you don't give the ball away with unnecessary knock-ons. Just protecting the ball becomes the most important thing. St. Anthony is suffering a yellow card as well. Here's the pass to Lavinia. Lavinia just couldn't get his hands free. It was a good tackle coming through in the end from the blind side. And Udan Bulatsingalage is a man who has gone into that number 10 position. SW were talking about that when the team cards came on. Yahan Bulatsingalage, the captain, was listed at number 10, but it looks like on the field his younger brother has gone in, and they're not overextending that hamstring, asking Yahan to do too much touch kicking.
Did they overhear my comment, Shanika?
Looks like they might have. SW, you are a fortune teller. Heard you personally do all the fortune cookies in your restaurant. The Aluvihara at the front of the line-out has been brought into this team to really bolster the line-out, which stuttered quite a bit against Trinity, but that was nicely won by Pille at the front for St. Anthony's. And now nice little bunch of passes for Velagadara. Now some space for St. Anthony's. Dwight getting across to make an important tackle as St. Anthony's go through into the 22. Gunaratna looks up but opts for the safety of his truck runners, who drive back just over the gain line. Here's Velagadara. Here's Pille. Pille puts his head down. He's tackled in the end nicely by Mayank Dias. Gunaratna. Big Potter forward standing in centre field as Sasindu Senaratna takes it into the heart of the Thomian defence. Thomian fringers know that the danger comes from Gunaratna, but he has a lovely bit of stepping from Randhir Pereira, the outside centre. But unfortunately he knocks it forward as well. Tries to tell the referee that it wasn't his own hand, but referee Alexander having none of it. He'll be a relieved man now that the rains have dried up, and it's as if it never rained. SW, it's just left a lot of water and a lot of very disgruntled cameramen and a few disgruntled punters watching on ThePapare.com, but fortunately there aren't the media boxes that international games provide over here, as Venako Vikramasuriya will feed into this scrum, but the tight fives have not behaved themselves, so referee Alexander will ask him to go down again. Here's Bulatsingalage, the younger, putting this ball deep and into touch. Dinesh Kumar on the right side of your screen, the trainer of this Thomian side. He will be expecting them to do much better than they did against Trinity last week. Certainly wasn't a 31-8 result that St. Thomas's deserved for their part in that game. Nicely taken off the top by Tarusha Karunanayaka. And here's Velagadara. Plenty of running, but good chop tackle on him, slowing him down. Gunaratna off to Mohammad Fanaz. St. Anthony's having plenty of ball in the last 10 minutes or so. Straight through the gap goes Lakmina, and here's a little bit of space for Randhir. Randhir finds his winger Deshan Lianage. He's isolated, and it looks like St. Thomas's might have snuffled the ball, but not without conceding a penalty. So a good bit of running rugby and a couple of mixed tackles in midfield for St. Anthony's will help them try and claw one back on the scoreboard. It's important for them that they score next, SW.
They need to trouble the scorer because they need to get close to the gap before the half-time call, but there's plenty of time there. As they've gone into, for the first time, sniffing the goal line, closer to the goal line, I think almost 5 meters away from the goal line. They have the put into the line out. It's good to see them. So far, they have won all their line-outs.
Yes, they have two big men in their second row, Rakesh Pillai and Tarusha Karunanayaka. Here's Pillai at the front, and he will set up nicely, but looks like St. Thomas's have come through and really managed to make that a bad ball for St. Anthony's. Nice latch and drive that time by Sasindu Senaratna. The Thomians copping a dose of the medicine they dished out during our little blackout period. The pick and go is something that most of these teams are so adept at, and it looks like it is Mohammad Fanaz who comes away with the try. Outstanding work from St. Anthony's not to let their heads drop when they conceded two early tries. They've come back and they've managed to get one back, and just like we said, it was so important for this fixture that they score next, and that's exactly what they've done.
Very, very combined effort by the forwards. The only minus factor that I was just about to talk to you, they are way a bit too slow to recycle the ball. By doing that, they get the opposite numbers, getting their defense organized. Even if you see the halfback, the captain, to fling the ball out there, he's thinking a bit too much on the how to bring it out.
Mohammad Fanaz was not going to be interested in doing any thinking at that point. He just saw the line, put his head down and smashed over. It's good to see props getting in among the try scorers. We saw Lenagala last week among the try scorers, and now Fanaz also scoring tries. Here's the conversion attempt by Omita Disanayaka, and it's good. So St. Anthony's back on the scoreboard, 7 points to 14, and they've had all the play despite having a player down for much of those last 10 minutes. They've really had an upper hand in how they've played. Lovely strike through the ball there from Omita Disanayaka. Absolutely perfect placement. Thomian skipper is in the starting lineup, Johan Bulatsingalage. We'll see for how long. He might maybe be on for a half, which is why Haliagoda is starting on the bench. Might be someone who comes back on. That time it's the other front rower, Tisara Gallanga, who gets involved. Looking for the box kick from Gunaratna. And it is a good one as well. Nicely weighted. Mayanka Dias gets back. It's a good run from Liana Gunawardana, who carried the ball plenty last week. Hasn't had a lot of it in his hands this week, and here's another man who did a lot of carrying, heavy lifting last week, Lenagala. Now Bulatsingalage puts this ball to boot, and it looks like it might have gone out on the full. So a mistake from the young fly half. The breeze, the cross blowing, always so difficult. But it looks like St. Thomas's are playing to a pattern, SW wanting to get field position against this Antonian side who seem keen to run.
Yeah, just about to say this Thomian defense, the three-quarter defense must get them organized. I think they need to communicate. That's what they're lacking in. Need to communicate and get the man with the ball. They're making too many holes across in the center line wherever the Antonian three-quarters are moving. And the Thomian, on the other hand, they're trying to get closer to the Antonian line, their goal line, and to use the forwards to go over the white line.
Pillewaits takes it at the front, and that's too much toing and froing for Ravin Alexander's liking. So they will concede a free kick. That's an unfortunate, unforced error from St. Anthony's. And the rule that says that you cannot take a scrum from a free kick is not in force in this rugby league. Something that World Rugby are experimenting with, but these rules do not apply here, which is why St. Thomas has immediately asked for a scrum from that free kick. And Venuka Wickramasuriya will feed on the 15-meter line, just on that turf wicket, for Udan Bulatsingalage to try and ask the Antonian back three to do some work. They try to return, and Jan Bulatsingalage gets his first touch, and he rakes this ball all the way down towards the 22, looking for that 50-22 kick. But St. Anthony's field well and kick this one into touch, but it looks like it has bounced, and there were no Thomians around to help. And it's Bulatsingalage who manages to make a desperate tackle, a try-saver in fact. And now St. Anthony's will come back. The Antonians showing that they are not really going to be troubled by the pressure that the Thomians are putting on them. They're going to use and absorb that pressure and come right back into this game, which is what they've done. Rakesh Pillai goes in and rucks that ball back, something that we don't see happening very much in modern rugby. Winning the collision are the Antonians at the moment, getting over the gain line with every single carry. And lovely box kicking from Gunaratna as well. Nicely taken that time by Akit Kure, the Thomian fullback. The Thomians now will try to smash into this wall of Antonian defense. Bulatsingalage again putting this ball beyond halfway, but the chase isn't great from the Thomians. Certainly not as good as it was up in Pallekele last week. The ground conditions are heavy. It always gets a bit difficult to sprint. This is why they really need to keep the ball in hand, and that was good work that time from Liana Gunawardena, who went in and managed to show the referee enough of a lift for him to concede the penalty.
A good face of play till the stoppage, consider the penalty. Sharak, coming back to your question about the experimental law on World Rugby is having a free kick that you cannot take a scummage. So what's the next option? They want you to take a short tap and then play on.
Well, I think they want teams to run, so they want them to take the short tap and run. Again, that was a mistake by Bulatsingalage, not finding touch. And hopefully that ball will survive its encounter with the train. Bouncing over the grandstand and into the path of the oncoming train from goal, perhaps.
Maybe the ball will have a ticketless travel to goal.
It's going the other way towards Fort SW as Liana Gunawardena busts straight through the midfield of this Antonian defense. And here's Bulatsingalage, lovely hands to Kure, but they read it well. Akesh Fernando. his first touch of the game. And here's Heran Karunaratne. Haven't seen him with the ball too much. Nice offload just as he hit the floor from Bulat Singalage to his younger brother, and Kavisha Lenagara does well to rein that ball in. Here's Pereira making his welcome return to the side. It looks like there might be an injury, which is why referee stopped the game quite quickly, and he calls for the first aid. So I think it was Heran Karunaratne who made quite a heavy hit on that Antonian defender. We'll tell you who it is in a moment. Looks like it's the number 2 Thisara Gallanga, who might have just had a little bit of an encounter with a Thomian attacker's knee. Hope he's okay to continue. So coaching staff also Kandian for St. Anthony's, Achala Pereira. Played pretty much all of his rugby up in Kandy for Kingswood and Kandy Sports Club. He'll be happy with the way his team have responded to that early couple of tries that they conceded. Antonians still very much in this game with half-time beckoning. Welcome respite for both teams. It's been difficult going as the conditions underfoot get soggier and soggier. And at halftime, St. Peter's College leading Kingswood by 22 points to 0. And Wesley leading 32 points to 0 in their game against Thurston. Zahira playing St. Joseph's, and at halftime, St. Joseph's 16 points after conceding an early lead, and Zahira are 10 points. So plenty of rugby action with DS in front against Trinity College by 14 points to 0 at Havelock Park. Thomian bench looking on. And unfortunately, it looks like Gallanga will not be taking any further part in today's game. We hope that's just precautionary and he will be able to play. Maybe not today, but next week certainly. Hope it's nothing too serious for the Antonian hooker. Looks like they will need to bring on Johan Kinston as the Antonian bench applauds their senior man, hooker. Yes, they have made a replacement in the front row. And St. Thomas's with a very, very promising position for a try as Karunaratne picks up and goes off the back, makes the first fend, beats the second tackle, gets well over the gain line, needs to present the ball for his team who finally get there. Akesh Fernando now puts his head down and drives forward. Liana Gunawardena opts for the pass. Here's Bulat Singalage pumping his legs for his first real run of this game in the 29th minute. It's bust up the middle from the younger Bulat Singalage Udan. And here's Sithil Pereira taking it forward. Vikramasuriya looking for options, looks for the biggest one. Here he is again, finds his captain. Nice ball to Mayank Dias, who is tackled to a standstill. St. Thomas's maybe need to keep a little bit of width off this ball, and that's a thumping tackle on Karunaratne. Superb defense by St. Anthony's, just shutting down the momentum of that move. Here's Lenagala. Might have rolled one too many times, but referee Alexander says it's okay. Stepping back into the field of play is Liana Gunawardena, St. Thomas's most dangerous ball carrier. He's lost a boot in the process, and we'll have a very muddy sock to show for it. St. Thomas's through Fernando again. The big forwards not making as many yards as they would like. Ferocious defense by the Antonians. Here's Liana Gunawardena. Lovely tackle on him by his opposite number, Velagedara. Venuka Vikramasuriya looks for the big run of Lenagala. Lenagala is well met, and Dwight has to rescue that ball, but it's a penalty. Off his feet is the call, and the tackle on Lenagala and the one before on Karunaratne are the two tackles that saved St. Anthony's in that particular exchange. And Coach Anuranga Valpola will not be happy that his team did not score there. Another 10-meter giveaway as well, so bad discipline from St. Thomas's after doing so much hard work.
Absolutely, they had so much of opportunities of scoring. The yards were there, everything was there, the opening was there, just that couldn't get that ball over the white line. And then conceding a penalty, and the Antonian skipper took a quick tap and conceded 10, not 10, retiring 10. And now they got, Antonian got the opportunity of coming out of the very, very difficult situation they faced. It should have been at least 21-7 by now. But the Thomians did not take that opportunity, and hats off to the Antonian defense.
Well, if you wonder why some players wear orange boots these days, it's so that they can find it in the mud when they lose it. So St. Anthony is managing to get a little bit of space.
So an orange is a lost and found.
It's like the black box in a plane crash, I guess. Tiesha Alivihara in the front of the middle of the line out this time. But Pille does really well in the middle for St. Anthony's. And here's the dancing feet once again of Gunawardena, but he kicks it straight into the breadbasket of the defender. And St. Thomas's are very fortunate to have that ball back, and they will try to finish what they started 5 minutes ago with their forwards piling on. But as we were talking about before kickoff, SW, St. Thomas's attack is very narrow. They're not giving the Antonians much to think about. And these one-out runners are doing the job, but you have to ask, how effective is it? Udan Bulatsingalage with a lovely little kick through, and it bounces nicely for his brother, but there was a penalty in there. Front of the ball, I think, is the call. We're talking about St. Anthony's contributions to rugby, but of course, their biggest contribution to Sri Lankan sports is one Muttaya Muralidharan, who was chased away, SW, as legend has it, from rugby practice because it was his favorite game. And his cricket coach had to come and drag him away from rugby practices in case he got himself injured.
Thank God he did that. Papare is a champion bowler, undoubtedly. I still remember Shanaka, the Anand skipper, Samantha Gunawardena. He featured in the 50-over finals, and Muttaya Muralidharan played for Anthony's. Anandians beat Anthony's to win the cup. I think Samantha had about 2 to 3 sixes of Murali.
Well, if he's watching, I'm sure Murali would not like you reminding anyone that they scored boundaries off him. Fairly sparse crowd gathered here, but the faithful Thomian followers. Here's where it is, and you can see Bulatsingalage well in front of the kicker. It's an unnecessary mistake, as he was well in for a try there. If he had just stayed back a couple of meters, let this go over the try line is what I would have thought Akit Kure would do, but the chase was too good. He had to dot it down, and we'll get the 22 meters dropout.
The Anthos must decide how fast they need to recycle at the breakdown point. They are delaying the ball at the breakdown point, allowing the opponents to form the defense. That's one of the key factors they're missing in this game so far.
So apart from that first few minutes blitz where St. Anthony's was still getting themselves into the game, still getting used to the conditions, St. Thomas's haven't really done much in terms of adding to that 14 points. And Lakmina does really well there to manage to salvage that ball, but somehow Yehan Bulatsingalage comes away with it and will do well to stay out of the really heavy traffic until he conditions that hamstring back into match readiness. Venuka Wickramasuriya now putting the ball high up for Lakmina. He's gotten back quickly and it's kick tennis pretty much by both teams. Bulat Singalage eyes up the center of the field and puts the ball deep, trying to force St. Anthony's to kick it out, which is exactly what he does. And in the end, it's a net gain for the Thomian lineout, but it's all to no avail as referee Ravin Alexander blows for half time. And it's been a half of mixed fortunes. There's been some brilliant passages, but really nothing to write home about, as the conditions have dampened not just the spirits of the teams, but also the flair of the rugby on offer. But St. Thomas's will be very relieved to go into half-time, 14 points to 7. And that's the score as it stands in the Father Rosati Trophy. The home team leading by 14 points to 7 off 2 early tries. Maliban Savoury Biscuits have been the perfect companion to gatherings to celebrate cheerful moments just like today's match. So even if you are at home watching the match or cheering right here, grab a pack and share the joy of the game with Maliban Savoury. We'll be back with much more live action after the break.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිත Chilven Lemon.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker. Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Beautiful outside and inside.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
ටයිල් නන්නියමට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවද?
ඕනෑම මතු පිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකින් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Beautiful outside and inside.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
A very good evening and welcome back to live pictures from the big club ground at St. Thomas's on ThePapare.com as we look forward to second half action from the Father Rosati Trophy between the visitors St. Anthony's from Katukastota and the home team St. Thomas's of Mount Lavinia. First half highlights coming up and the highlight of course everyone's breath was taken away by this really short sharp shower that came down and we lost pictures for about 10 minutes in that half. And in that 10 minutes, St. Thomas has scored 14 points. But the first pictures we have of a try being scored was Mohammad Faraz, who went over for St. Anthony's and put them on the board for that first half. 14 points to 7 is how the half finished. And St. Thomas was on pretty early and pretty eagerly to try and finish what they started in the first half. Few positional changes for the Thomians, with Jehan Bulatsingalage, the captain, making his welcome return from a hamstring injury and moving into the 13 channel. And Udan Bulatsingalage, his younger brother who started against Trinity, staying in the number 10 position. And Tiesha Aluvihara also coming on into the starting 15 to try and bolster the line-out for the Thomians, whose line-out really stuttered. But in the set piece, especially the line-out, St. Anthony's had been much better in this first half. And since suffering that early setback, they have come back quite strongly into this game and had a fairly strong finish to the half, as Udan Bulatsingalage will kick off and kicks nice and long into the hands of the excellent Rakesh Pille. Bounces off 3 tacklers, runs his way out of the 22. That's a nice exit from the big lock. Nobody in the pocket for the clearance. And here's a try scorer, Faraz. Runs his way outside of the 22. So the Antonian forwards happy to do much of the hard work. And Gunaratna has been excellent with his box kicking, really finding the mark. And Sun Thomas is there that time, coming back through Akit Kure, makes a good catch, decisive. There are 3 Thomians converging for that ball, but he made the call, made it loud. Venuka Vikramasure will feed the Nonu-like carrier of Liana Gunawardana. Akesh Fernando has to regain his footing and unfortunately can't get over the gain line. They need a little bit more from their experienced lock forward, big heavy lock forward as well, and that's a nice steal from Velagedra. Does brilliantly. Outstanding work from the centre.
A little bit of up and down rugby. Thomians have the advantage to attack, and then conceding a penalty to Antonians, who stole that ball beautifully, got his hands over it quite rightly, was in a position, and he had all that go to get that ball away.
Ramdev Pereira kicking into the wind and kicking from the center of the field in this very large pitch. So he doesn't find a huge amount of touch, but manages to find the touch line, which is something he'll be grateful for. But the Thomian forwards, especially the tight 5, look like they're a little bigger than their Antonian outfit. And they will need to make a little bit more yards, do a little bit more damage in the carries, because it looks like the guys like Faraz Galanga, while he was on the pitch, were doing most of the running. And that ball looks like it's gone well over the top and rescued by number 20, Saluvihara. Lenagala now takes it over the halfway line. Here's Bulatsingal again. Still his acceleration not what it used to be, but straight over the ball are the Antonian Jackalers. Heran Karunaratna still running. Good work from the number 8, Velagedara. Does really well one more time. Holding on is the call. And this is where the Thomian forwards are isolating themselves. And the Antonians are pouncing like a pack of hyenas.
Twice in the space of 5 minutes, or maybe less than 5 minutes. Absolutely fantastic. Focusing on themselves by winning that ball. Turnover balls are quite very important in the game of rugby, Shanaka, nowadays. And hopefully the Antonians will make use of it, because they lost the earlier line out.
Well, if you're wondering whether you're seeing a replay, no, it wasn't. It's just that the identical thing happened on the pitch. Akesh Fernando this time gave it to Karunaratna without taking on the defense. And you can see Karunaratna getting completely isolated, and straight over the top goes Velagedara. And he showed enough of a lift to Ravin Alexander to blow the penalty. The Thomian forwards really late to the party, and that time much better in the line out. But referee Ravin Alexander says even though it was uncontested, it was a little too crooked for him to let it go. And the Thomians opting for, here it is, taken just above his head. And you have to say that Karunanayaka was a little unlucky there.
I think the ball went into the tunnel quite straight, and the wind, the blowing took it off. And there was no contest coming from the other side either. Nevertheless, the call is right. It was crooked.
Well, St. Thomas is lucky to have that ball. And Udan Bulatsingalage can't kick this out in the full, but he will do well to put this just outside the 22, and a nice little dummy from Lavinia. Lavinia has been excellent, and he continues to be so. Lovely ball inside. Here Gunawardena drags the player down, and now they manage to get the offload away, and Disanaika for the line. What a brilliant try from St. Anthony's. Outstanding work from the Antonians. A superb kick chase. And a counter-attack started off from the fullback Lavinia. He danced down the line, broke 2 tackles, and superb handling from first to number 8. That was Ramindu Gregory rather. And a lovely offload to Omita Disanaika, who finished with aplomb and will have the conversion to make himself to put St. Anthony's onto even keel. Watch this pass from Gunaratna. Here's the offload, beautifully done, and lovely pickup as well from Disanaika. That was the number 30, Ake Sampath, who gave that offload. A superb work, SW. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Absolutely. Copybook style counter-attack by the Antonians. From their own half, in the danger zone, there was no kicking. There was a fantastic take it or leave it dummy from the fullback, and then combining with everyone, the forwards, the 3 corners, the offloads, you name it, that had the ingredient to make that try. Fantastic. Well done, St. Anthony's.
Unfortunately, the kick was not as good as a try finish from Omita Disanaika, as he had to hair up quite a bit of the pitch to make it in time. The support play absolutely outstanding from the Antonians. Here it is, lovely pass from Lavinia. Here's Gunaratna, who keeps the ball alive, gives it to the right man, Ake Sampath, who manages to get it away off his fingertips, and a lovely pickup at knee level from Omita Disanaika to finish up. And oh dearie me, that's a big miss from Kalpa Lavinia. Came up with a moment of brilliance just a few seconds ago, and suddenly finds himself dropping the ball. It's such a good leveler.
Interesting call by the referee, Ravi. He said, Ange, chest off the chest, and there was no knock on. The Anto breathed to have the loose head.
Maybe we could see that one again, and referee being very clear. It's not a knock on if it's off your chest. He's absolutely right about that. Let's see whether there was a knock on later on from the Thomians. It's the kind of rugby that the Thomian teams of old would have revelled in. And fortunately for Velagadara, that one is very much a knock-on. So Velagadara knocks on, and a man in front plays the ball. So the Thomians will have an opportunity to maybe go 5 points ahead if they point to the post, which is exactly what the skipper has done. And the way St. Anthony's has been playing, SW, you can't blame them for wanting to take the points. Important tackle from Resha and Dwight that time. They're looking for their third-year colorsmen, Fernando and Dwight, to really step up and lead this team by example. And they've been better at that today than they were last week. As the young Bulat Singalage will step up for the kick, which shows very much that his brother is still not 100%. And the kick is good. Easy does it for Udan Bulat Singalage, and St. Thomas's go 5 points in front. So that missed conversion might prove costly in the final equation of this game. It's important for the Thomians that they don't allow St. Anthony's to get a foothold and score next. As you have to think, SW, that whoever scores next might end up taking this game.
Yeah, that's absolutely. But there's plenty of time. Just a question: where is the centre who made inroads last week? he was absolutely making inroads last week.
Well, Liana Gunawardena is on the pitch and he has made some strong carries today as well. Omita with the deep kick straight into the hands of Heran Karunanayaka, and unfortunately looked like a pretty high tackle that time from Sasidu Senaratne, and the referee has seen it. And it's come off Gregory's leg and goes into touch. So referee giving the option. Here's the high tackle coming in from Senaratne. It's just a penalty. Wasn't too dangerous. Senaratne knew immediately that he just made a little mistake. And Bulat Singalage's kick. Gregory got under it, but ball was just going away from him a little bit. And that time it's taken forward by...
Going forward. First on. Going forward. Stop down.
Lavinia.
Again, forward pass. Now pass it.
So St. Thomas is coughing up possession that time. It has been pretty much errors that have given the ball to the opposition.
Out. Bind. Set. Steady.
Nice run by Velagedera, who hasn't broken the gain line yet. Nice inside ball to Senaratne. Here's Gunaratne again with the lovely box kick. His technique is so good. And that time it's Akit Kure who hits it right into the hands of this dangerous Antonian fullback now. Lovely little step from Lakmina. Still up in the air, and Vikramasuriya plays a little bit of volleyball with it. And there's two knock-ons, so the referee can't play on. And St. Thomas's technique under the high ball has been a little wanting, SW.
Yeah, I think they sniffed it in the first 10 minutes, but after they settled down, Antonians took some time to settle down. By the time Thomas had 14 points, they settled down. They knew the high ball, they're a bit vulnerable. Now they're using it to the max, trying to get the high ball, but they need the chasers at the same time.
Set.
His chasing has got very difficult on these underfoot conditions, which is why the kickers maybe need to shorten their kicks a little bit as well. Gregory slipping on this dangerous turf, and Gunaratne with a little burst. Here it is through Faraz. Plenty of running from Mohammad Faraz, who's been asked to lift and prop as well, so his fitness is not in question at all. Gunaratne now looks blind, comes open. Here's Velagedera now, lovely little burst from him. You can see why he's got 2 tries under his belt from week 1, but that ball is also ping-ponging around. And the referee will come back for a penalty.
Line offside. Number 6. Line
Offside is the call. And Randhir will put this one. Oh, he's overcooked it, has Randhir. And that's an unfortunate miss for St. Anthony's. That was a golden opportunity to get back into this game, have a line out 5 meters out, and put pressure on the Thomian line out, but much to the relief of the Thomian fans, Randhir Pereira has just overcooked that kick. Again, it's the breeze coming in from that low wall on the pavilion side. That proves the undoing of many visiting kickers. Here's Liana Gunawardena, who SW wants the ball in the hands of.
5. 6. Steady.
Vikramasuriya feeds Thomian. Scrum has been steady. At second receiver is Udan, and puts this ball nice and deep to the danger man Kalpa Lakmina. This time he does kick. Tries to collect his own kick, but the bounce is not favorable. And Yehan that time gets the ball away with all those basketball skills of his, but unfortunately, the Thomian winger,
You have options.
Jayasinghe, gets bundled into touch.
That's the first knock on and line out. What do you want? Just calm down.
So referee Ravin Alexander giving the Antonians an option. He said there was one knock on and then a line out, so you can take whichever one you want. So the Antonians, unsurprisingly, have gone for the scrum.
Interesting, just to learn a point. The scrum they opt for it'll be on the spot where the knock-on took place, not on the 15-meter where the line-out infringement.
So there's a big open side for this Antonian team now. Gregory gives it to Gunaratna, and they'll use Velagetara on the switch. Omita Disanayaka, Randir Pereira, good tackle on him by Liana Gunavardhana. And St. Thomas's have done really well to counter up there and get a little bit unlucky, I think. They seem to have managed to get over that ball, but number 10 not rolling away is the call from Alexander. You can see that one again. We'll show you exactly what happened. So again, touch finder goes a begging. No mark allowed there, as Akit Kure tried desperately to call the mark. And this might be a dangerous bounce for either team, but fortunately for both of them, sanity prevails as the ball shoots into touch.
Two interesting replays to see the penalty that was given, and then also the mark that was made. Why the mark was, but you got to play to the whistle. But was there a real mark, or why the referee played on?
I don't think the rule has changed, SW. You still have to call mark. You can't just put your hand up like they do in AFL. Velagetara getting a little bit of treatment. They'll really need him on the pitch for the full 70 minutes. 20 minutes more in this game, and it could go anybody's way. Nothing in it between these two teams. That's a better line out from the Antonians, and Rakesh Pillai drags his team along with them. Here's Avan Ekanayaka at the back, controlling the ball. This is a beautiful driving maul from St. Anthony's. This is how they conceded a previous try, and they've marched it forward a good 25 meters now. St. Thomas's opting not to concede the penalty there, but they have. And now they've got numbers over on the outside. This is a nice wide pitch, and putting his head into the corner, but dragged down was Deshan Lianage. St. Anthony still have it. As Avan Ekanayaka. Velagetara. And that ball looks like it might have just squirted forward. Referee on the opposite side. St. Anthony's getting away with one there. No advantage is a call, so he's coming back for the call, and St. Thomas is showing a little bit of inexperience, SW. If you're conceding a penalty at the driving maul, you've got to concede it early, not after you've allowed them to drive 25 meters.
I like that advice. I absolutely like that advice. You concede it early so that they can come closer to the goal line and have the next drive.
That was something that'll make the blood run cold in the Thomian camp, as one of their eyes shifts towards the Michael Gunaratna Trophy against Royal. Maul defense will need to improve just a tad before that encounter. St. Anthony's now with a really, really important line out for them. It's not their last chance, but of course an important chance to get into this game and make sure that they get a little bit of purchase for all the play that they've had so far. Here's the visiting Antonian juniors, who are just above us at our commentary position.
The baby eagles.
And that's us at the back. See if I can wave. Important line out for, and that's again not straight, and it is something that has plagued both of these teams. And Avan Ekanayaka will be kicking himself for not finding his jumper.
I think the hooker didn't need to do all that because there was an uncontested line out that was coming as far as I was concerned. And they had the tall guys there.
Sometimes there's too much movement for movement's sake. I think players need to realize when they have the upper hand at a particular set piece and just keep it simple. Udan Bulat Singalage standing on his deadline, making the clearance kick. And just buys maybe about 15 meters for his team.
So the Antonians have got the line out where they really wanted to earlier, or they missed up the other one. So it's still within a striking distance, this line out, as long as they get their basics right on the restart.
Well, given how that last driving maul performed, they can drive their way straight up the pavilion steps if they like. But they have to get the throw in first. Looks like they're going to number 2. And that ball is spilled. The referee says there was no knock on, which baffles me.
Look back. Advantage.
And, that was the ball squirting all over the place there.
Fine.
And finally, St. Thomas's have a scrum in a decent position from which they can clear. For them, it's important to get to the other end of the pitch and play the game there.
For the Antonians, they must realize that the postman rings only once, not twice.
It's all about taking your opportunities when they present themselves.
Set.
I have to say, St. Anthony's have let a couple go begging. It's a bit of a dodgy pass to Udan Bulat Singalage, although he does well to collect and clear under enormous pressure from the Antonian back row.
So far the trend has been a line out to the Antos. They mess it up, it's come down. Bulat Singalage gets a few yards, mess the line out, it's come down, and they're gaining another 5 meters in front. So they've been going up and down on that field, on that side of it, but nothing concrete being created by both sides. I think the Thomians should start running from that angle.
Well, yes, creativity has been in short supply today. I think we will have to concede that. Rakesh Pillai walks his way into the line out, and this time it's much better from the Antonians, and they opt to run Velagadara. Run straight into the waiting Heran Karunaratha, and that's great work from the big number 8. They need to tap and go quickly, but Venuka Vikramasuri is not alive to it. Bulat Singalage is screaming, why didn't you take it quickly? Well, given how St. Anthony's are turning their back on this penalty, SW, tapping and going looks like a real option. St. Thomas is not really playing what's in front of them. The Antonians had gone maybe about 20 meters back, expecting the kick. Most of them had turned their backs to it. It's a good move until it broke down. It's a big tackle on Velagadra. It was Resha and Dwight getting across, and he's been getting across and making a few important tackles, the open side flanker, showing that crest on his shorts has been earned, and nicely taken that time by Venuka Wickramasuriya, quickly trying to milk the yellow card as well. This time it's Liana Gunawardena finally seeing some ball.
Advantage on.
Lenagala. St. Thomas's have the advantage coming, and they'll be happy to settle for the 3 points here, I'm sure. Here's Liana Gunawardena. Ball over the top to Mayanka Dias. Dias stepping in. And here's Bulat Singalage. Has to pirouette in the 5-meter zone now, the red zone for the Antonians. And the forwards' eyes will light up. Akesh Fernando not really making enough ground there.
Stay back. Advantage. Number 24 offside.
Here's Dwight. Desperate to cap off this performance with a try for the forwards. Here's Lenagala, the center of that melee.
Stay back. Again, offside.
Good ball presentation. St. Anthony's have been conceding a bunch of penalties. The referee will know that a yellow card is beckoning if St. Thomas's don't score here. Oh, that's good defense. Really good defense on Pereira. Nice work by Kalpa Lakmina, who got in the thick of things there, and the referee will give.
There are multiple options of penalties.
The referee has given Yahan Bulat Singalage plenty of options for the penalties. 3 penalties in a row that were conceded, and he's taken the one closest to the goalposts. Tapping and going is the option. Not scored yet is the call, and that time they should get there. Still short is the call. The ball squirts out between the legs of a willing runner. They still need another phase to try and get over this line, and that's the score. In the end, it's Liana Gunawardena, the man that you've been wanting to get into the thick of the action, SW. And he goes in there and says, all you forwards have been mucking around without scoring for the last 20 minutes or so. Let me show you how it's done.
That's exactly what he did in last week too against Trinity. He was making inroads and inroads. He should have been made to use that inroad near the goal line.
Spot on, SW, where they need a bit of game experience, match experience. Cut back against the grain. Venuka Wickramasuriya is one man that they look to grow into that role as this season goes on. But Bulat Singalage, the younger, has been perfect off the tee so far. And this one shouldn't be a problem. And it isn't. And St. Thomas's go into a lead that will give them a little bit of comfort. But it's very important for them in these last 8 minutes of the game. Anything could happen, SW. And St. Anthony's came back from a 14-0 deficit. Still everything to play for them. It's important that the Thomians get this restart right and get into the correct half of the pitch for themselves. But for St. Anthony's, they'll know that they came back from a deficit previously and they can do it again. Here's Dwight. Runs straight into the tackle. Good ball presentation that time. And Wickramasuriya will give it to Bulat Singalage, who will give it to his brother, who finally makes a kick. That's his first touch finder in a while. But it was taken back, so St. Thomas's will come all the way back.
The Sharks, as far as I'm concerned, is done and dusted for the Antonians because it's 24 points to 12. They got to score twice to get in front, and I can't see them scoring twice when they had great opportunity that just had missed it. And the Tobin on the other side hand made them pay for their mistakes by scoring a try, converting it.
Well, Rakesh Pillai takes that one before. I think the referee had clarified what the rule was there. The ball was taken back by Wickramasuriya, but there was one pass made, but one pass is not enough for the line out to stand.
No. Ball available.
Rakesh Fernando thought it was a maul and went in there to try and hold on to it. St. Anthony's now with their tails up. If they manage to get within 7 points, they will think that they can do something. Ball squirting out there again, and this time it looks like it might be a try. Yes, it is. And it's Rakesh Sampath who scores. Venuka Wickramasuriya got charged down, and the bouncing ball bounced safely into the hands of Rakesh Sampath, who scores on the left-hand corner. So I was talking about how important it was for St. Thomas's to exit safely, exactly what they didn't do, and the try he scored. Rakesh Sampath, can see he's jubilant, and suddenly it's a one-score game again, SW.
They need to recycle the ball and score that fast, the one score. It's a one-try score. It's not a one penalty score. With the conversion to come, it'll be interesting to see the replay. Oh, what a gift. I'm sure he'll go and buy a lottery.
Well, there were no guards there. Venuka Wickramasuriya didn't have any protection in front. This is where the experience is lacking for the Stormian team. Just a little bit of game awareness. And Omita Disanayaka, who has scored the try of the game with absolutely no question, looks to put his team within 7 points of a win, but unfortunately again kicking into the wind and can't find that all-important conversion. So 2 conversions, SW, and if both those conversions went through, it would be a 3-point game. But sport is not about ifs and buts, it's about what's on the scoreboard. And Bulat Singalage will want to put this one nice and deep and make sure that his team stays there. Rakesh Pillai has plenty of running in him. It's been excellent, the big Antonian lock, and Liana Gunawardena is another one that has to make a tackle. Here's Avanka Ekanayaka, carries strongly. Let's not forget that St. Anthony's have scored an 80-meter try already. Do they have another one in them? All 3 options are on offer at the moment. A win, a loss or a draw for both teams.
Taken in. Good move.
Taken back is the call, and Lakmina puts it into the hands of Akit Kure, and that tackle might have been a little high, but didn't really connect from Randhir. Venuka Wickramasuriya gives it to Liana Gunawardena. Liana Gunawardena jumping over that tackle, and can see that it was dangerous. Don't jump is the call from referee Ravin Alexander. It'll be interesting to see that one again.
I'm sure the boy would have replied, "Sir, Coach Yakavine, there was no train coming."
And that time Randhir Pereira gives the win a margin of error and puts it high and hard into touch. So you see that again. jumping over the top of the tackle. Absolutely correct call from referee Ravin Alexander. Both tacklers had their shoulders and hips at the same height. And you can't do a swimming pool dive over them. It's dangerous play and well spotted by the referee. Rakesh Pillai again with the line-out win. Cutting back infield. St. Anthony is looking to get the ball in the hands of Velagadara. Lovely high-hanging kick there, but Akit Kure is up to the task. Velagadara with an important tackle. Here's a long boot of Udan Bulatsingalage. This time at the back is Lakmina, but he puts it directly into touch. And the Thomian camp will breathe a sigh of relief. So at full time, St. Peter's College have beaten Kingswood by 46 points to 3. It's the first points against them this season. And DS are leading Trinity College. In fact, DS have beaten Trinity College by 14 points to 10 in a low-scoring affair, also perhaps affected by the conditions. This looks like it might be the last play of the game. We have to pick a man of the match. And St. Joseph's have beaten Zahira by 26 points to 22. This is the last play of the game. And it could be maybe a counter-attack move from St. Anthony's.
Number 5.
Akesh Fernando will not finish this game. And it's up to us to pick a man of the match. And for me, SW, the Thomian forwards have played well, but Liana Gunawardena, with that last try and the amount of carries and the defense that he's made, Seneshka Liana Gunawardena is my man of the match today. Number 12. Who's yours? Velagadara. Here's Randir. Lovely hands for Liana Gay. Liana Gay stepping back, but unfortunately, that's Liana Gunawardena again getting over and winning the ball. Excellent work from him. So Thomas is now with the last roll of the dice, and Jan Bulatsingalage does not want anything more to do with it. And that's the end of the game, and St. Thomas's win their first trophy of the season. 24 points to 17. They will hang on to the Father Rosati Trophy against the Antonians in what has been a really hard-fought encounter at the St. Thomas's College Big Club grounds. And after a disappointing loss to Trinity last week, this will lift the heads of not only the Thomian team and its supporters, but also the organizers of this league, as the Thomians will hopefully get better, and St. Anthony's will really need to lick their wounds and come back strong on their home turf.
The full-time scores we have in the other matches were Wesley beating Thurston 70 points to 3. St. Thomas's, of course, 24-12 here. And St. Peter's 46, Kingswood 3. And for the first time, DS has tasted victory over Trinity College by scoring by 14 points to team by beating Trinity for the first time in their history.
That's the full-time score, 24 points to 17. Ultimately, just a one score in it. It's going that ride back to Katukastota is going to be a little bit longer today. And if you're up in Kandy and watching this game, and if you're feeling the heat of this match, chill out, folks, and grab a Maliban Lemon Puff. With real lemon and no artificial colors or flavors, Maliban Lemon Puff will keep you chilled all game long. Maliban Lemon Puff, chill when a lemon.
As we used to say, lemon. What a tasty biscuit that is, Shanak.
Absolutely. It was an exciting second half. St. Thomas's went in 14 points to 7 to the good. And this was the try of the game. Lakmina with a big dummy. Mayank and Dias bought it hook, line and sinker. And then it was superb handling from Gunaratna. And then Ake Sampath with a lovely offload to Amita Disanayak, who picked it up off his bootlaces and dived over for the spectacular try. Probably one of the tries of the season, I think. And here's Gregory. And there was a little bit of knocking on and players in front. And that was where St. Thomas has got a little bit of separation. And here's a try coming. It wasn't a spectacular try at all, unlike the one that St. Anthony scored, but Senesh Kaliyana Gunawardena capped off what was a good attacking and defensive performance from him. And here's the final try. Ake Sampath couldn't believe his luck as Venuka Vikramasuriya kicked with no protection, managed to charge it down, and the ball fell very kindly for him. So 3 tries apiece, neither of the teams able to pick up a bonus point. 3 conversions for St. Thomas's and a penalty off the boot of Udan Bulatsingalage. And ultimately, that was a 7-point difference. So really good performance from St. Anthony's to score 3 tries as well away from home. And they will take that back with them. The player of the match, Senesh Kaliyana Gunawardena, in the number 12 jersey for St. Thomas's, playing in between the Bulatsingalage brothers and picking up a lot of the slack of the inexperience of Udan and the injury hit Yehan, and really putting in a performance for the ages.
Absolutely right. The ball was very quiet, very silent, but it did job, and his job made the difference of the 7 points.
We have a couple of games coming up tomorrow as well. One up in Nittavala. That's going to be very, very interesting. Vidyartha taking on Royal, and that monster Royal pack will try to deprive Vidyartha of the ball as much as they can. And that brings us to the end of our coverage here. Apologies for the previous bit of blackout. The rain just completely destroying all our cameras here at the grounds, but we are really grateful that we were able to bring it up as quickly as we could and bring you coverage in what is sometimes challenging conditions. Thanks a lot for joining us on thepapare.com and Dialog TV. From this Father Rosati Trophy, it's commiserations to St. Anthony's College. Congratulations to St. Thomas's as they make the short and long trips back home. But until tomorrow from thepapare.com, it's goodbye for now.
Get ready for Rugby Fever, where young talents from all over come to showcase their skills in the ultimate school showdown. Meet the future field heroes of rugby. Experience the thrill of every try time. Feel the power of epic tackles. Chase the school glory with every match. Cheer for your school. Get ready to watch epic rugby battle and witness the rise of future champs. The excitement is contagious. Catch the action here. Welcome to the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, where legends begin.
Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ රස lemon රසගේ ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff Maliban lemon puff chill when a lemon.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ටයිල් නන්නියමට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවලු?
ඕනෑම මතු පිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකෙන් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කින් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Right. Studies, jobs,
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Beautiful outside and inside.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chilvenna lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Beautiful outside and inside.
අප්පා හරියට වෝටර් ප්‍රූෆ් කරේ නැත්නම් ටයිල් වල සල්ලි ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ගිය සල්ලි සේරම වතුරේ.
ඉහළ ටෙන්සයිල් ඇඩිෂන් සහ ක්‍රැක් බ්‍රිජින් හැකියාව සමගින් ඔබේ නිවාස සියලු ජලකාන්දු වලින් ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer ජලකාන්දුවට තිත.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Hot and spicy fun vibe with the vivar karanga. Beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න. හදවත බාවලා යන්න කිඳර fashion කරන්න. Fun කරන්න කොතුමි kick එක වෙන්න. Prima කොතුමි fun තමයි.